President Biden turned 80 on Sunday. That makes him the first octogenarian to hold office. Now, some Democrats are concerned about his age as he molds a 2024 run. Mollie Hemingway joins us this morning. Mollie, we know what Joe Biden is like at 79. He's now 80. Is it time for a new generation?
Well, President Biden was never the brightest bulb in the chandelier throughout his 50 years of public service. These last few years have definitely shown a decline even from where he was, and that's understandable. You know, even when he was running for office, he was struggling. Being in office is very difficult, even on young people. You know, you look at those pictures of presidents aging in office. It's a lot of work and rigor. And so people are concerned about him. He's the first octogenarian in office. But the problem for Democrats is they don't necessarily have a great bench of people. It'd be very difficult to move away from a sitting president. And so I'm sure you're going to hear a lot more, but they have a difficult path ahead.
All right, next one for you, Mollie. The governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, of course, laying out a roadmap for Republicans to dominate politically in the coming years. Listen to this. I'll get your comment.
What we've shown in Florida is you can stand up for truth, you can stand on principle, you can fight the woke elite, and you can win. When you stand up for what's right, when you show people you're willing to fight for them, they will walk over broken glass barefoot to come vote for you. In times like these, there is no substitute for victory.
Well, Mollie, you know, he is the star right now. Is he the new leader of the Republican Party?
Well, people are so excited about Governor DeSantis because he is such a competent leader and because he's very good on the issues that excite the base. I think Republicans who want to emulate him need to understand that Florida has two other things going for it that result in Republican victories. One is that they have fairly good election integrity laws. They've worked on those for more than 20 years. Another is that the Republican Party in Florida has a ground game. That's something a lot of other state parties don't have. They make sure that ballots get into the ballot box for Republicans, and most Republicans throughout the country are very late to this game of expansive, mail-in, unsupervised balloting and how much work needs to be done to compete with Democrats in that space. So people looking to Florida need to not just have the policies and persona of DeSantis and other leaders, but those strong election laws and a ground game.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot, Mollie. There are those, of course, that say that Ron DeSantis on a collision course with Donald Trump, possibly in 2024. How do you think that plays out? Well, unclear. They definitely, if they're both deciding to run, that would put them on a collision course. Yep. Both of them are associated with this new Republican Party, very different from the old party, much more multiracial, much more focused on getting things done. And so both of them together show where that Republican Party is going. You can see that a lot of people in the establishment want there to be a fight, perhaps so that they take each other out. But I think the movement of the party is for strong conservative governance, and they both emulate that, and they both also show the need to take on corrupt corporate media and other things that other Republicans should be learning, not just Ron DeSantis. Well, it will be fascinating to follow, of course. All right, Mollie, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.